Put the cheesecake down. Cheesecake is for closers only. I mean, or not. It's really your choice. And that's what we're talking about today, your choice. Do what you want to do. I'm going to make the argument today that cheating isn't the answer. Not in relationships. I'm talking specifically just about food. Hi, Omer Surf Clam here. Favorite mollusk. I want to talk today about diet breaks, the argument for them for sustainable nutrition, changing that nutritional paradigm. I'm going to link in the description a lot of different resources. I want to thank everyone. When I went more in depth when it came to my cut, how I got moderately lean, you guys seem to really enjoy that, getting into the weeds. I'm going to do the same thing right here. And I think for most individuals, it's kind of suspicious. It's almost serendipity, some would say, that I'm uploading this while it's American Thanksgiving. But that's because I want to talk today. It's completely fine. You're going to blow it up today? That's fine. You want to eat extra turkey? That's okay. You want to eat extra mashed potatoes? That's fine. You want to eat 10 pounds of wings? I don't know about that. But I want to explain, if you want to get leaner, why I would advocate for most individuals at some point while they're leaning down to do diet breaks. And the best analogy I can give you right now would be that diet breaks are similar to deloads. They're very similar to deloads, and most sensible individuals that train would agree that deloads are very necessary. Helps the body reset, helps you from getting too grizzled with the joints and everything else. Training is kind of like a wave. You build up, then you build back down, you build up, and so on and so forth. And gradually over time, the progress is like this. Well, weight loss is kind of like the same thing, except it goes down like this. And if you're perpetually dieted, we could talk about the psychological effects, but we could also talk about the physiological ones, your performance in the gym. And for a lot of individuals, if you're thinking about cheating all the time, if you're very food focused, there comes a certain point when you cross a certain body fat threshold that it'll be on your mind no matter what. And we want to make this as easy as possible because cheating will happen and we want to get away from that behavior. Just even think about that word, cheating. Doesn't sound good. What if instead we do a diet break where you feel better? Your leptin levels, because you eat more carbohydrates throughout the week, you feel better overall, you feel less hungry, you're making then more sensible choices. So I'd say much like a deload, I feel that a diet break is a very important thing. Let me give you quickly an example. I made a video, I don't know, only about 7 years ago. Chef Buff Army, welcome back to another edition of SAF. About weekly versus daily calories, and we'll just give you a quick example right here. So an example one is pretty typical, and again, it's ominous, some would say, that's being uploaded over Thanksgiving weekend. You're welcome. Right here, you have a typical bro. So someone that's probably eating 2,000 calories trying to lose weight, they could keep it lock, stock, whatever the analogy is. And then on Saturday, they're Eddie Van Halen, 5150. Except that's a lot of calories, and that's okay if that's you, but your average daily calories works out to 2450. And so you're eating at 2,000 calories, but in actuality, what's gonna happen to your body, because your body doesn't know any better, your average daily calories works out at 2450. So we can't think you are good for 6 out of the 7 days. We have to think that's roughly what you're eating every single day, or the effect on your body. That's an approximation, but let's go with it. Instead, if we bumped up your calories for a week, so it's like, hey man, you seem kind of overly dieted, you seem that you have that food focus, your leptin's all messed up, your hunger hormones, you're just thinking about food all the time, dancing cheeseburgers. Let's give you a week. Let's bump up your calories by 10%, so from 2,000 to 2,200. Let's just do that every damn day. And the first few days, you might feel like shit, but as you have those increased carbohydrates, likely because we'll be keeping protein relatively the same, as you increase the carbohydrates, well, by Thursday or Friday, you have 800 additional calories, 200 additional grams of carbohydrates. You're gonna feel pretty good. And then from there, you stop craving things as leptin kind of gets readjusted. Your average weekly calories, average daily calories, would be 2,200 calories. That's actually less than the 2,450. So by bumping up your calories for a week, you're far less likely to cheat. And I think we need to predict how humans will behave, not how we wish we would be. Cheating happens, cravings are very real. I can say from my 13-week odyssey to be moderately lean, I didn't cheat once. Okay, I had my maintenance weeks where I'd eat at roughly 2,700 calories, and this is just a rough example. Once again, we could even make this more drastic. We could make the maintenance week more like 2,500 calories, and likely someone might eat more than 5,150, right? But we can make the argument once again, by having those maintenance weeks, it increases your adherence. You don't feel bad. You know, when people they start beating themselves up, there's this whole weird masochism that comes with training. I'm not good enough. I gotta like beat myself up, grind all day, like train to failure. I'm like, no, man, actually training intelligently over time will make you vastly superior. It really is the tortoise versus the hare, where in the end, the tortoise won the race. I'm pretty sure he was still eating, but he won the race.
I like turtles.
And what we want a sustainable paradigm. And that's why Eric Helms, he talks about that. I'm linking in the description that resource for everyone out there that wants to read up a little bit more on that. But if we take a look at these two examples, very real examples, don't think you're a romantic warrior just for yourself. You know, man, hey man, that's not me. I'm not going to cheat. Oh, it happens really. Let's take a look at the wrappers. Let's take a look at the receipts. Let's take a look at what you bought at McDonald's. $24.50 versus $22.00. Cheating is less than ideal, not even from the psychological paradigm, but from the physiological paradigm. So I would advocate for a lot of individuals that 3-1 or a 3-2, which means that you're in a moderate deficit for 3 weeks, then you bump it up at maintenance for 1 week. What's this going to do in a practical sense? Well, look at the results that I had, 13 weeks, 19 pounds. That's a pretty damn good amount, especially if you want to try and maintain strength. It doesn't get any better than that over a long-term outcome. You can even do 3-2. Make it easy on yourself. Whatever you want to do that'll be most sustainable, whatever gets you to your goal, because this is a lifelong journey. We're not trying to do crash dieting. We're also hopefully trying to maintain our strength. We have other goals other than looking really, really ridiculously good naked, right? We care about our performance in the gym. So I would argue, don't look at that one incident right there. Take a look at the average daily, see how it bumps it up, and then instead think to yourself, maintenance. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Deloads, I do that in my training. Makes sense. If you want to get lean, you need to be smart, and it really is a little bit more complicated. I think some of those bros that have never gotten very lean, they think to themselves, it's calories in, calories out. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of like saying training, progressive overload, but there's a lot more nuance, and I think a lot of people, once you get to this point, once you get lean, we understand this. Anyways, I just thought I'd explain very quickly why I am a huge advocate for the diet break or eating a maintenance for 1 week, doing a 3 on, 1 off, or 3 on, 2 off approach, why I think it's more sustainable and ultimately therefore more successful, and you can use this whenever you want to get the results that you want. Anyways guys, I have to get out of here. If you enjoyed this video, you thought to yourself, this is helpful, make sure to like the damn video. Maybe last thing I'm going to say, Severin, right now Kaizen, we have a sale going on. Code BLACK, 50% off every single program. It's going to end on Monday, I believe. So it's 4 days. Every single program is discounted. I highly recommend it. I stand behind it. If you want to get a program, go ahead. That'll be linked in the description. I got to get out of here. They do kick me out because I'm putting too much knowledge, as they say, Severin.
Knowledge.
I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.